Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another week of tapping. I am Alexa, your tapping practitioner, leader for this tap. And this week, I thought it would be a good topic to tap on of just when you're not feeling your best. Um, This week, I'm honestly not feeling my best. So I need this tap more than anyone. And usually, what I've found is, the taps or the things that I need to focus on are also the things that the people who are connected with me need to focus on as well. So this tap is really for, just a time you're not feeling your best, you're not feeling on your game. Maybe you're feeling unmotivated. Uh, yeah, like just hard for you to accomplish things, um and you're not in your usual like mode. And maybe also you're feeling some things, like some just heavy feelings that you don't even really know what they're about. So this tap is for that. And we're just gonna roll with it and see what happens. So starting out, if you're watching this video, tap along with me on the chest. And we're just going to start by taking some deep breaths. Beautiful. So just tune in, to how this topic relates to you. Maybe it's just a general feeling you've been having. We're in quarantine still, dealing with COVID, and sometimes emotions come up that are just kind of confusing, and sometimes you have days where you just don't feel your best. Or maybe, you're going through a specific slump, like in your work or just kind of in your mood. So just tune into what this topic means for you. And then repeat after me and follow me where I tap, okay? I just don't feel good right now. Let's just say it. I don't feel good. I am not feeling my best. And even though I really don't like that feeling, I'm open to the possibility that it's okay. I can still love and accept myself even when I don't feel my best. Good, deep breath. Tap the top of the head. It's really hard for me to not feel on my game. I like to be productive. I like to feel what I'm familiar with. And that makes sense. Tap the top of the eyebrows. But right now, I just don't feel on my game. And I'm open to loving and respecting myself right where I am with that. Tap the side of the eyes. It's possible that I'm worthy of love and connection, even if I'm not on my game. Tap the cheekbones. I'm just talking to you for a minute. So sometimes, I know I do this, we feel like if I'm not like productive and doing all the things I normally do, and I'm not in that like good, happy, motivated mood all the time, then what am I worth? Like, how do I, yeah, what is my worth to people? You know, a lot of the time I think our worth can get wrapped up in what we can do and how we can perform and, you know, how we show up every day. And so, tap under the nose. And so, when you have an off day and you just don't feel good and you don't feel like you can fully show up in the way you normally do, we can be really hard on ourselves a lot of the time. We can be really, yeah, we can just like kind of beat ourselves up about it instead of really allowing ourselves to take a break if that's what we need. So take a deep breath. Tap under the lips. Even though part of me is judging myself for feeling off and not being my usual self, I'm open to loving and respecting myself. And I give myself permission to be here right now. See if you can just give yourself permission to just, what if this was okay where you are right now? I'm open to the possibility that not being productive and feeling blah is okay. I don't have to be awesome and happy and productive every single day. Tap the chest. So I give myself permission to feel however it is that I'm feeling now without trying to get out of it. Deep breath. Now tap the front of the ribs. You're going to go like down here, the front bottom of the ribs. Part of me doesn't feel safe. So just check in and see if there's a part of you that genuinely doesn't feel safe to like not be on your game. Part of me doesn't feel safe to have an off day. And it's possible that that's because, and tune into why that is. Like maybe you had a parent that was really hard on you if you ever like slacked off, or maybe you were like the one responsible for providing for your family, and so like you felt like if you had a bad day or slacked off, like people would starve. Or you know, maybe it wasn't even that dramatic. Maybe you just have like really high standards for yourself, or you know, you just feel like you like to be productive. But tune into this element of safety related to this. I'm open to the possibility that part of me doesn't feel safe to slack off. Part of me doesn't feel safe to take the day off, even if that's what I really need right now. Deep breath. Tap the side of the ribs. What if this is what I need right now? Time to just do nothing. I'm open to the possibility that it is safe for me to take this time for myself. Tap the inside of the wrist. It's possible that not every day has to be productive or awesome. I'm here living the human experience. And the human experience has some good days and it has some not so good days. And it's possible that that's all part of the journey. Deep breath. Now tap the top of the thumb. So I'm just going to tune in for me. I'm having this experience and I just don't feel like doing anything. Very unmotivated right now. And I'm usually a very motivated person, but it's hard for me to even send an email right now. So let's acknowledge that. It's hard for me to show up fully right now because my energy is lacking and I feel scattered and foggy headed. And like it's really hard for me to focus or put energy towards things right now. Tap the top of the index finger. Part of me just wants to crawl into bed and go to sleep for the next 2 days. Tap the middle finger. But another part of me feels like that's not okay. Another part of me feels like I should be pushing and I should be striving and I should be utilizing all of my time to create and produce and achieve. Tap under the fourth finger. I'm open now to the possibility that it's okay if I feel unmotivated right now. Sometimes the body needs to rest and the mind needs to rest. And it's possible that this is all part of the process. Tap the little finger. I'm burping. Did you guys hear that? I didn't go over this in the beginning of this tap, but as I should probably say at the beginning of all taps, is something that you might experience when you're tapping is the release of energy, which can look like burping, yawning, laughing, crying, hot flashes, cold flashes. But the two most common ones that I see, or three, are crying, yawning, and burping. And I just burp. And now I'm yawning. So if any of that, tap the side of the hand. So if any of that stuff is happening while you're tapping, it's a good thing. It just means that your body's actually relaxing and releasing stuck energy. And that's why we're doing this tap. That's what helps you start to feel lighter and better. And here's the cool thing about tapping, you guys. You don't even need to specifically know what you're tapping on sometimes. I mean, sometimes it helps, but there's other times when you can just be tapping and kind of tapping on something general and realize that you're releasing. It's happening for me. You're releasing a lot of energy, and you don't even have to know specifically what it's about, but just the act of tapping and showing up for yourself in this way can do that. And it's pretty powerful. So take a deep breath. Tap the top of the head. I don't want to do anything. Just say whatever it is you feel like. I don't want to go to class, or I don't want to do this homework, or I don't want to do this work, or whatever it is. For me, it's just, I don't want to do anything. Woo! I guess I really don't want to do anything. I don't want to do anything. And at the same time, I wish I wanted to do something. At the top of the eyebrows. Part of me is really struggling with this feeling of not wanting to achieve. Top of the side of the eyes. For me, achieving and reaching goals helps me feel good. And it helps me feel like I'm getting stuff done and I'm being a good person and I'm succeeding. Tap the cheekbones. And that feels like a high. So when I'm not doing that stuff, when I'm not achieving, when I'm not creating, when I'm not being productive, it feels like a low. Tap it under the nose. And I honor and acknowledge the part of me that's afraid not to feel this high. I honor the part of me that feels afraid to feel low. I don't want to feel low. I want to feel high. I want to feel energized. I want to feel like a boss. I want to feel like I'm a good person. I want to feel like I'm doing well. Tap the chest. And when I'm not doing those things, part of me feels really lost. Like I'm not sure what to do with my time. I'm open to loving and accepting myself, even with this part of me that's afraid not to achieve. It's possible that I'm lovable and worthy, whether I achieve or not. Even if all I did every day was wake up and breathe, it's possible that I'm a worthy human. Deep breath. Tap the front of the ribs. So just check in with yourself. See where you're at. See where you're at, like emotionally. Do you feel more relaxed? Do you feel a little more intense? What's your feeling? Just checking in on Facebook. Okay. So, hey everybody. I just got back to Facebook. So if you are tapping along with me and you've been following along, let me know where you're at. Let me know how you're feeling. Let me know what's coming up for you. I'm going to go a little deeper into this. So tap the inside of the wrist. Take a deep breath. I'm not having a good day. Not having a good couple days, maybe. However long it's been for you, or whatever it is, just acknowledge that. Tap the top of the thumb. I really don't like this way that I'm feeling. And say what that feeling is for you. What's like the number one thing like you just really don't like feeling in this scenario? Tap the top of the index finger. I want to feel better. I want to get out of this. Tap the middle finger. I'm open to the possibility even though I want to push away from these feelings and from this experience, I can stay here. It's possible I could just be present with this. Maybe this experience has something to tell me. Tap under the fourth finger. And I'm open now to receiving whatever message or significance this low that I'm in has to share with me. Deep breath. Tap the little finger. It's possible that I can call in more clarity and more empowerment, more acceptance, and more self-love for being in this not so good state right now. Tap the side of the hand. Part of me wants to push myself out of this, but I'm open to acknowledging that I don't have to push. It's possible I can just stay where I am and lay down if I want to, or cancel my plans if I need to, or reschedule my appointments if I need to, and really prioritize my self-care. Tap the top of the head. It's possible that I am worthy of taking a break. And that it's okay to have not so good days. Tap the top of the eyebrows. It's okay to feel off sometimes, because feeling off helps me gain more clarity about how I want to feel later. Side of the eyes. Sometimes I need to feel off in order to better understand myself. The cheekbones. And I'm open to loving and forgiving myself for beating up on myself about this, when really what I need most is my own compassion. Tap under the nose. I'm just talking to you for a minute. I know that for me, something that's playing into this for me is like I think about my parents. I love my parents so much, by the way, but actually I'll tap here. But when I was little, if I would like stay inside and like not do things, my parents would kind of get on me. My mom would be like, why don't you go outside? Why don't you do something productive? Why don't you, she wanted me to be, she didn't like to see me just kind of laying around. And then like later in life, after I had this one business and I basically like left that business to do another business, I then quit what I was doing. And I had a period of time before I started doing all of this that I didn't know what I was doing. And so there was like several months where I was just kind of lost. And so, for me, I really don't like that feeling of just being like I don't know what I'm doing today, or I'm not doing anything today, because it makes me think of those times when I really had nothing to do at all and I felt really lost and kind of like was dealing with a lot of self-worth and self-love issues at the chest. So for me, I know that's like where this comes from, this inability in a way to just like let myself relax and have like an off day or a bad day, because I don't want to go back there. So whatever that is for you, whatever this might be connected to for you, kind of think back on that now. And then take a deep breath. I acknowledge that this feeling might be connected to my experience when I was younger. When what happened? So you describe what happened. So for me, it would be when I didn't know what I was doing with my job and I hadn't started doing this yet. And I felt like I wasn't contributing and I wasn't being productive. And it was a really scary feeling for me. Deep breath. Tap the inside of the wrist and change wrists if you haven't already. Yeah, I see this now. How these earlier experiences that I had are connected to this experience that I'm having now. I don't want that feeling to come back. I don't want that experience to happen again. So it makes sense why the idea of having a not great day feels difficult for me. Deep breath. Tap the top of the thumb. And I send myself and my self from the past so much love and compassion for what that version of me was going through at the time. Because that older version of me didn't know what was going to happen next. The older version of me didn't know how everything was going to turn out. At the top of the index finger. And so I'm open to sending that former version of me so much empathy. And I'm also open to acknowledging that now is a very different time. Now is a whole new experience. And I get to categorize how I experience it this time. Tap the middle finger. I'm open to creating the new belief that off days or bad days are perfectly okay. And they're part of life. And everyone has them. Tap under the fourth finger. And I can do what I feel is necessary in order to get through these days. It's possible I don't have to push or make myself do something that I don't want to do. I'm open to the possibility that I can allow myself to feel however I'm feeling. I can honor those feelings. And I can do what I feel makes me feel the best, even if that means staying in bed or turning my phone off for a little while or comfort food. I don't know. Watching my favorite show, taking a bath. Tap the little finger. I give myself permission to do what I need to do in order to feel better. And it's possible there are no wrong answers here. And everything is accepted and encouraged. if it feels in resonance with me. Deep breath. Tap your chest. And I just want you to tune in once again and see how you feel. For me, I know I feel calmer, I feel better. I feel more capable. So just tune in for you, see how you feel, and just note anything else that comes up for you. And taking one more deep breath in. I deeply and completely love and accept myself exactly as I am, even through this bad day. I'm open to the possibility that better days are coming and that I'm doing a really good job. And if I can just bring some acceptance and understanding to where I am right now, everything will be beautiful. Deep breath. Amazing. Tap all over your body, tap your shoulders, tap your thighs. Just take a moment to tell yourself something you really love and appreciate about yourself. Even if it's just that you showed up here to do work on yourself. I love and appreciate all of you for taking the time to do some self-care today. And I send you all so much love. If you are watching this and having, a trying time or a bad day, like I said, just know we all have them and it's all part of the human experience and it's okay. Go, read a book or do something that makes you feel good, that makes you feel loved, and embrace that because you deserve it. You deserve it in each and every moment. You deserve it. So, yeah, I love you all. I will be back next week with a new topic. If you have a specific topic that you would like to tap on, let me know and we'll make it happen, Captain. Until next time, everyone. Bye-bye.